Welcome to I Don't Want to Practice. My name is Lauren Ekstrom, and this class is from interdimensiontv.com. You can join me there and receive access to all of my series, classes, and programs by following the link below. And when you do, you get your first 10 days for free. Be sure to hit subscribe so you get notified when new classes come out here. And let's get started with 2 blocks and a bolster. Welcome to I Don't Want to Practice. I'd like you to have 2 blocks and a bolster by your mat for this class. We'll start in Shavasana, which is a good place to begin when we're present to some resistance. Extend the legs out, lay down onto your back, and drop your arms down by your sides. Allow your eyes to close. And become aware of where your body is in contact with the earth. And so out of your head and into your body, somatically grounding. Aware of the backs of your heels connected to the mat. The places where your upper back touches the earth. And the contact of the backs of your hands rooting down and into the mat. And from those places of contact, drawing into yourself a sense of being grounded and steady. There are just some days when we do not feel like practicing for whatever the reason might be, and your job is not to make the resistance go away. It's not to change anything about yourself or the current experience that you're having, but instead to build a relationship to what's here for you to practice with today. The great teacher Richard Rohr says that perfect is the enemy of good. So letting go of those tendencies of perfection and allowing yourself simply to receive your practice today in whatever form it takes. Let's breathe. Deep inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it at the top. Open the mouth and exhale out the mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out the mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Through the nose, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Out the mouth, exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it all go. And then on an inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. Bring the legs together, stretch through the feet. And research shows that just a full body stretch can actually trigger the parasympathetic nervous system. So it starts to trigger that state of receptivity, relaxation, and regeneration. Reach down, hug and squeeze your knees into your chest. And then with your right hand on your right knee, and your left hand on your left knee, let your knees fall open, and then pull your knees towards your armpits, circle your knees towards your belly, then send your knees forward, back into your hands, and make big circles with your knees. So just letting the knees open out wide, circling in toward you and back around. And notice that you're not hurrying. Sometimes when we're present to resistance, when we have some resistance to practicing, we can have a tendency to jump up into the head and then move really quickly. And that's really avoiding what it is that we're feeling. And there's nothing you need to avoid here. If you've been going in one direction, just switch and go the opposite way. And these circular movements with the ball and socket joints lubricate the ball and socket joints and get the synovial fluid going. Coming back through the center, hug and squeeze the knees into the chest, and for a moment, pass through happy baby, soles of the feet to the sky, knees open out wider than the torso. Hold whatever it is that makes sense for you today, whether that's the ankles or even behind the knees, if the big toes or outer edges of the feet feel far away. You might rock a little, and soothing yourself with this practice today, noticing the breath. And just like we started practice, allow the exhales to be a little bit longer than the in-breaths today. Reach down, hug the knees into the chest, cactus the elbows, and then drop both knees to the right and take just a very easy twist. Very easy twist. Inhale the knees back to center, and exhale, drop the knees up and over to the left. Maybe your eyes could still be closed. Really, nothing you need to see outside of yourself. Despite whatever resistance was coming up today, you still showed up. And so you just kind of catch yourself in those moments when you're vacating your body, when you're going outside of yourself and really committing to coming back into your body, back into your breath. Inhale the knees back to center, and then rock yourself up to sit. Sweep the feet around you, come onto hands and knees. Maybe the eyes could even stay closed. A few cat-cows here. Drop the belly, inhale, lift the heart, slip the shoulders down the back. Exhale, tuck the tail, round the spine, hang the head. Lubricating the spinal joints, rocking forward and back. Inhale, heart elevates, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tail, hang the head and round into cat. Inhale, on the breath, heart lifts. Exhale, curl in. One more time. Inhale. Round, exhale. On an inhale, come back to a flat back, tuck the toes, press back to a very soft downward facing dog. And a soft downward facing dog means usually for most of us that the knees are pretty generously bent. Lifting the sitting bones up toward the sky, rolling the armpits toward the heart so you broaden the upper chest and back. Let your head hang. Notice that you're not still holding your head up. And as you drive into the hands, take one more inhale here, feeling length from crown of head to low back. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Hands to shins, inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold and hang the head. Grounding through the feet, inhale, press and rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, draw your hands. Backs of the thumbs graze the third eye. Backs of the thumbs touch the lips. Backs of the thumbs to the heart. Connected. Drop the arms down by the sides. Soften the chin, eyes still closed. Take an inhale here. Put a soft bend into your knees. As you exhale, drop your right temple to your right shoulder. Let your arms hang like a ragdoll, and then start to roll down your right side. And we're going to take some ragdoll spinal rolls here. Arms heavy, head heavy. As you go through the center, let the arms flow with you. And then you rise up, still a soft bend in the knees, arms hanging through the left side. Rise to the top, crown of the head floats. And then 2 more times in this direction. If you get dizzy, you can always pause for a moment or reopen your eyes. But these ragdoll spinal rolls, just a very sweet touch into all of the many muscles that support and surround the spine, the muscles that just get so tight from our day-to-day living and maybe our many other activities of life. Next time you get to the top, just switch directions. Temple falls to the left. Arms hang down the left leg, left side. You let the arms flow through the center. Rise back up the right, never throwing the head back at the top. Let the head float over the cervical vertebrae, and 2 more times in this direction. How's your breath? At any point in time, you can open the mouth and exhale out of the mouth. And those audible exhales out of the mouth are also a way to release unnecessary tension and strain. And all of the research shows that it helps us to activate the parasympathetic nervous system when we breathe in that way. Next time you rise to the top, feel 2 feet connected to the earth. Maybe the whole time the eyes could stay closed, the energy could stay within. Draw your hands to your heart. On an inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. It's okay if it's still there, if your mind says, I still don't want to practice. Exhale, fold forward. We're just taking care. Walk the hands back out, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up, and then you might want to stack and open the hip, pointing the right knee to the sky, and still keeping the shoulders square. Left heel descending to the earth, chest pressing back. On an inhale, square the hip back off, reach the right leg straight back, and as you exhale, step the right foot between the hands, drop the left knee down, and scoot the left knee back. Left hand underneath left shoulder. On an inhale, start to reach your right arm straight back, circle it to the sky, and then exhale it forward, down, and back. 2 more times. Inhale to the sky. Exhale forward, down, and back. Last time, inhale to the sky. Exhale forward, down, and back. Let the right fingertips land on the ground. I would recommend bringing your blocks in to support you. Rock your hips back, straighten your front right leg, and come into your version of half splits. Flex the right toes toward the face. Not about the deepest version of the pose that you can get into. We're really just touching the body in gentle ways today. And there have actually been clinical studies that have shown that 30 seconds is enough, repeated several times throughout the week, in order to increase flexibility. But that what makes the most difference in a static held stretch is that we're only working at about 30 or 40% of our sensation, that if something becomes painful, we don't see as much progress. So isn't that nice that compassion actually supports our progress? On an inhale, rebend the right knee, move those blocks forward, let them go. Tuck your back left toes under, lift your left knee, spin the sole of your left foot flat. Today you might even bring your right hand to your right knee and support yourself open into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your arms up, let's flow it a little bit. Exhale, rebend your right knee, descend back down. 2 more times. Inhale just to get into some rhythmic flow. Reach up. Exhale, spread and widen. Back to warrior 2, you descend. Last time, inhale, right leg straight, arms lift. Exhale, rebend and spread the arms out wide. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes in to mirror the left. Bring the hands to the low back, almost as if you were coming into camel pose. Lift the heart, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. So just promoting a little bit of receptivity. And exhale, fold forward and catch opposite elbows. Rock and sway, care for yourself. And this is a motion that many of us find quite soothing. Might be nice to have a few of those audible exhales here. Release the arms, little bend in the knees, roll your way back up to stand. Pause at the top, roll your shoulders back, spread your arms out. Pivot your right toes forward toward the top of the mat, keeping your right leg straight, and then reverse your triangle. Right arm up and overhead, left hand to your back left thigh, just a really sweet side stretch from the top of the right hip through the right waist. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, back to warrior 2, rebend the right knee, pause as you descend. Then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, step back to downward facing dog. You could stay here. Or if you want to add in a vinyasa, inhale to upper push-up plank. You could drop the knees or not. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale to cobra or press to upward facing dog. Maybe now that you've shown up in your practice, you've moved through some of that resistance, maybe it feels nice to just move through 1 or 2 vinyasas. Downward facing dog, exhale. If you didn't move through the vinyasa, we're always going to meet you where we left off. On an inhale, left leg to the sky, stack and open the hip if it feels right. Bend the left knee. Point the left knee to the sky as you press the right heel down. We'll just move through this same flow on the second side. Square the left hip off. Reach the left heel back. Take a goodbye inhale. And exhale, step your left foot forward, drop your right knee down, slip it behind your right hip. Right hand under right shoulder. Start to reach your left arm back. Then inhale your left arm to the sky. Exhale it forward, down, and back. 2 more times. Inhale. Forward, down, and back. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, forward, down, and back. Fingertips to the floor. Use your blocks once again. Straighten your left leg into your version of half splits. Draw your chin towards your chest. Imagine you could drag your left heel back. And what we know is that starting in our 20s, we begin to lose about 1% of our flexibility each year. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you imagine that over the course of 20 years, you lose 20% of your flexibility. That's pretty significant. You imagine if you lost 20% of your life savings, or 20% of your health, or 20% of your friends. That would be a really big impact. And so just by showing up today, you're taking care of yourself. It really is a form of preventative medicine. On an inhale, bend the left knee, shift the blocks forward, tuck the back toes under, and spin the back foot flat. You might use the left hand for support today. Cartwheel open into warrior 2. Doesn't have to be your deepest one ever. Let's flow. Left leg straight, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rebend, sit down and in. On your breath, inhale, left leg straight and arms rise. Exhale, rebend and spread. One more time. Inhale, legs straight and arms lift. Exhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, inhale, turn the toes in. Hands to the low back, lift the heart, inhale, expanding lung volume, taking in more prana, more life force and breath. Then this time, drop the hands behind you, catch and interlace, and as you exhale, fold, lifting the knuckles up and off the low back as you bow the crown of the head to the floor. Notice that your toes are soft. Your jaw is unclenched. Keep the hands interlacing, scoop the heart forward, lift the crown of the head to the sky. Spread your arms out wide, height of the chest. Turn your left toes forward, legs still straight. Reverse your triangle on an inhale. Left hip lifts, left arm up and overhead. Reach it back, deep breath in. Exhale, back to warrior two. Hold there just for one breath, inhaling. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step to down dog. Again, you could stay right here. Or inhale forward to upper push-up. Exhale, lower using knees or not. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And just notice, wherever you are, holding your back bend or down dog, just how much has changed in this little corner of time that you've dedicated to showing up. Exhale, downward facing dog, and we didn't have to force change. Inhale. Knees to the mat as you exhale. Crawl the knees forward, cross the ankles behind you, roll to your sitting bones, reach your left leg straight ahead. Bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left thigh. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale, fold out and down over your left leg. So remember, you could put a strap over the foot. You could be really modest today and just put the forearms on blocks. Maybe there's a lot of mobility in the body and you just bow all the way down, resting your forehead to your knee. Find a place that is truly sustainable, knowing that you don't need to chase strong sensation. How beautiful it is that this clinical research has shown that compassionate stretching done in a way that is deeply kind and relaxing, actually shows the most benefit. It's so affirming for the ways that we take care of ourselves, especially on these days where there's that part of us that's just saying, you know what, I don't want to do it. I don't want to move my body. I don't want to practice. What the perfect day to be deeply kind and caring. On an inhale, roll your way up. Take your right hand outside of your right knee. Spin the sole of your right foot flat to the mat so your right knee points to the sky. Wrap your left elbow around your right knee and then wrap your right hand around your left forearm. Hold opposite elbows. Sit up tall on an inhale and then twist toward the right as you exhale. Really easy seated twist. Sitting bones grounded, crown of head lifting. And it was St. Paul who said, "It is when I am weak that I am strong." And we know that really it's those moments in life that we're practicing for. Give it one little hug. Inhale, turn the gaze forward, reach the right leg out, sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh, circle the arms up, inhale, forward and out as you exhale. Again, just all of those modifications or options. Choose a place based on your own intuition and then place yourself there unquestioningly. Close your eyes and do the work that only you can do, that no one else can see. And what St. Paul was really speaking toward is that in those moments of weakness, it is the opportunity for everything we have been practicing to rise to the surface. It is in those moments of weakness that I see, oh, my practice is working. I know how to listen. I know how to respond rather than react. I know how to stay in my body rather than my head. Breathe. On an inhale, rise all the way up. Left hand outside of left knee. Wrap the right elbow around the knee, the left forearm around the right. Turn the torso to the left. Hug that knee in. Take a twist. Tall spine. Strong back. Soft front. One last little inhale there as you maybe turn slightly deeper. Exhale, gaze forward, unwrap the arms, send the left leg forward, and then bring your bolster back behind you. Slide the bolster right up against your low back. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. You can always place blocks under the knees or thighs for support and recline onto your back. Arms by the sides. Let's breathe together again. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out the nose, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out just for 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out, 2, 1. Last time, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Slip your legs straight forward toward the top of the mat. Feet fall away, arms by the sides. As you land and rest into a final supported Shavasana. Allowing yourself now to rest. Allow this next breath to deepen. As the breath deepens, bend the knees, feel 2 feet on the earth. Shift your hips to the left, roll onto your left side, cradle your head. And pressing down into your hands, rise up. Full Close to the practice as you find a comfortable seat. And today, place the left hand on the heart and the right hand on the belly as you drop the chin, hands on your body. I want you to know as you bring your practice to a close that resistance is an absolutely normal part of being human. Nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with your practice, your devotion, and your dedication to your practice. This is all part of what we navigate. And so acknowledge yourself for showing up today, for being with the things, the emotions, the sensations that so many people run away from, avoid, or negate. You didn't do that today. You've sat with your discomfort, your anxiety, any of the other things that were maybe present as you entered your practice. And through that, you grew your window of tolerance. You built maybe the most important muscle in the living practice. So know that what happens on your mat stays in your life. Bring your hands to your heart. May your practice guide you through everything you are thinking, saying, and doing. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this special practice. For more classes like this, find me over at interdimensiontv.com by clicking on the link below. I look forward to practicing with you again next time. Namaste.